Yo, yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Moe.
Hey, what's up? I'm John. What's up? What's up?
Yeah, man, this is our very first episode of Grinding in Cambodia. Yeah, man, we're going to be talking about all the things about this wonderful town, all the ins and outs, the do's, the don'ts, and we're just going to be keeping it a buck, right?
Yeah, man. So first things first, man. What brought you to Cambodia? Like, why'd you decide to come here, of all places?
Man, for real, bro. Man, Cambodia chose me. I was actually living in Malaysia, bro. I was living in Malaysia for about 8 to 9 months, right? And then what happened was, I actually went on a visa run from Malaysia to Thailand. So I ended up spending time in Thailand. Long story short, I think we can get to the story. The story is deep, man. Like, when we keep vibing, I'm gonna feel a lot more comfortable talking about the real story. But right now, we just trying to jump things off. But anyway, long story short, I spent time in Thailand for about 2.5 weeks, and then I was getting ready to go to Malaysia, and then I ended up coming back to Thailand. You dig what I'm saying? Like, right after that, you know what I'm saying? It's a crazy story. So I ended up spending time in Thailand for about 2.5 months. So I ended up falling in love with Thailand, but I needed to go on a visa run, bro. So my visa was up. It's like this was last year, so I've been here for about a year and about 2 months. So what happened was, I ended up going to Thailand for a little bit, and then I had to go a visa run. I came here for a visa run, right?
Yeah.
I went to Poi Pet, you feel me? But I had some friends here already. So I met some people in Thailand, and they was like, oh, well, Cambodia would be a great place to, do a visa run, come check it out. I was like, all right, bet. So I ended up coming out here, and I took a bus from Poi Pet, and then I met some of my friends over in Siem Reap, bro. So the thing is, when I first got here, I wasn't even sure if I was going to Phnom Penh or Siem Reap. I just wasn't sure. I was kind of like just on a wing type tip. So like once I got here, I ended up staying in this hotel. The name of the hotel doesn't exist anymore, so it's pointless at this point. But it got to a point I met some friends there, and I almost became a hotel owner when I first got here, bro. So when I figured, I'm like, oh damn, I own a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Because what happened was the young lady that I pretty much told me to come there. She was like, yeah. So the owner of the place here left, right? And there was a guy there. I'm not going to say his name. He was working there, and he ended up being the owner, basically like the stand-in, because the real owner left. He took the money and ran. He ended up skating. I don't know. We don't know where he went. And they say he went to Coron Beach. Either way, he was a foreign guy, and he ended up just ditching out on the hotel. So the person
crazy, man.
The person that was a manager ended up being the manager there. So he ended up like, yo, this is pretty much my place now. He started. So I got there a day before all this happened. So as I'm there, I'm just like, oh man, let's figure it out. So we building and everything. He was like, man, I'm gonna need somebody to help me run this place. So I'm like, I'm 2 or 3 days in Cambodia. I'm just like, nah, did I just come up on a hotel, bro? Did I just come? Am I really like? I'm thinking to myself, because I had a rough year last year. It was rough. I'm just like, hold on, this is a oh really? I'm like,
Asia be like that sometimes. You feel me? Like you just be minding your business and then you stumble upon an opportunity. You feel me? So that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta check on these wings right quick.
All right. Hey, so for y'all don't know, man, we over at A-Town Wings. This is my guy John's spot. I'm gonna let him speak a little bit more about his establishment. But my guy, he's doing big things out here. He's from the A, Atlanta.
West Side.
Yeah, West Side. If you don't know, you should know. If you feel MLK, Martin Luther King. I wish I had a
Drive, that's right.
And on every MLK it goes down. So
Allen Temple.
Yeah. So with that being said, he's getting orders all day. So if he had to pop up and go over and flip some wings every now and then, don't even worry, I'm gonna hold it down. So yeah. So basically, man, just to kind of round up my story, man, Cambodia chose me, bro. I ended up staying after that. The situation with the hotel fell through. Once again, I feel like once we get into the show a little bit more, I'll be able to break down some of these things in detail, because the stories is lit. I don't even know y'all ready for them yet, but once we break them down, it'll be dope. But anyway, man, this beautiful town chose me, and I chose to stay here. The visa situation was flexible, and I feel like we can get into more of the ins and outs a little bit later. But I'm gonna let my guy John hold the mic. You dig what I'm saying? Because he got some wings to flip, baby.
Hey, so we definitely can get into some visa stuff later, because a lot of y'all are probably interested about coming here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably heard a lot of good news about life in Cambodia, life in Siem Reap especially. It's really nice over here. The people are wonderful. I'm very thankful to be in Cambodia. Me being able to set up my business like this and stuff like that, thanks to Cambodia, very little red tape or BS. You feel me? So like what brought me here to Cambodia? Like first off, a plane, right? But I wanted something different. I wanted to be left alone. I wanted to get away from the rat race. I used to be in the army. I've been to Afghanistan twice. I've had some bad experiences, and I get paid every month for that PTSD. Actual documented events that took place, during my service. So I wanted to find a place in Asia because I have a long history in Asia, especially China. I speak Chinese, read, write, speak fluently. So I wanted a place where my disability money would be able to cover everything. So it would be like an early retirement, if you will. So when I first came to Cambodia, I was on some retirement, you know what? Gotta watch my language. I didn't know I was gonna end up like selling wings and fries and pizza for a living, you feel me? I didn't know I was gonna start this A-Town Wings business. I just wanted to be left alone, wanted to get away from the rat race, was tired of conforming or, the pressure to conform, I also wanted a place where like I could just like improve my health, I personally feel like in the States and a lot of Western or a lot of developed countries, we focus on money this, money that, grind this, grind that, mortgage this, and car note that. And we don't have enough time to focus on our health, during our everyday routine, especially if you have kids, which I don't, but if you have kids, the kids come first, so you don't have as much time to focus on your health. So as a single dude, being able to be here and just be left alone, I could be like, okay, I'm gonna go ride a bike for several kilometers. Or I'm gonna go do like Kun Kamai, because that's what we call it over here. You feel me? Like Kun Kamai. Some of y'all call it Muay Thai, but it's Kun Kamai in Cambodia. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole nother conversation. But I like to do that during my free time. I also like to do some like home workouts, calisthenics, and stuff like that. And I just have all the time in the world to focus on that. And that's why like I've lost about 40 to 50 pounds since coming here. You know what I'm saying? The camera might not do me justice, but I don't look too bad for my age. I'm 39 right now, so.
That's lit.
That's kind of what brought me to Cambodia. Just wanted something different.
Yeah, and that's dope because I feel like a lot of people that come here to Cambodia, they discover that. I discovered it over time. I didn't realize that this was going to be a place for that. You did what I'm saying, and dealing with the health issues. The same thing with me.
Food is a lot cleaner here too.
The food is a lot cleaner. One thing I've noticed is that all the brothers who come here, they always lose weight.
Yeah.
I know some guys who's 60s. 70 years old, they come here, they just all of a sudden lose weight because the food is a lot cleaner. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? The grease is good. You know what I'm saying? The chicken is chicken.
Chicken is chicken.
Chicken is chicken. You feel me? That's my man. It's the chicken right here.
Hey,
so
man,
it's like
it's all about the vegetables.
vegetables. Yeah. So I believe Cambodia is definitely that place, bro. Especially for guys who are looking into like kind of just find a place to, like you said, operate and work on the things that matter the most, because a lot of stuff we miss out on a lot in the rat race.
Mental health for sure.
Yeah.
Being able to lay down on my bed with the AC on for hours at a time and just like nobody calls me, texts me, like it'll change you over a few months. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll get a lot out your system. You can reflect. You can meditate, if you will. You feel me? It's beautiful stuff over here.
Yeah. It's cool, but you know what I learned though? Just I've been in Southeast Asia since going on 8 years now, and that happens over a time period. Like the longer you go from America, the more that the less disconnected you will. It's just inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Out of sight, out of mind, out of sight. So over the years, it's become less and less communication between myself and people back home, and the people that I do speak to it's pretty minimal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I have a small group of individuals who I still tap in with. But just being over here has just allowed me to be able to truly work on all of those things, from mental health, physical health, spiritual grounding, and it's been great for me, especially here in Cambodia. Cambodia has a really rich history. If you do some research on it,
read a book.
Yeah, if you look at the Angkor Wat temples, man, it's that alone has a great deal of history, and just being the largest religious monument in the world, right?
Yeah, the largest religious monument in the world, and a lot of Southeast Asia was Khmer, but that's we can get into that later. You feel me?
You know what? I actually did some research on that.
Okay,
the Khmer Empire actually was a lot larger than it was actually. It was one of the largest empires historically in history.
It also encompassed like Vietnam, Thailand.
Yeah. It's one of those things. It's a special place, man. I feel like if you love hot weather all the time, this is a place for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I struggle with it here and there, but This shit, the weather be blazing your boy, but
Yo, listen, man, I done lived in several countries and stuff. I love winter, like in Beijing, like in Seoul, you know what I'm saying? Even back home in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? But I love winter. So I had a lot of adjusting to do, you know, after coming here, but it's so worth it, man. You'll get over it. You'll acclimate.
yeah. I mean, you probably do. You got AC. You feel me? You know,
Facts, man.
I'm in the
facts.
village with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so the thing is, like, even my home in the village, right? You know, there's openings. You know what I'm saying? Different opening spaces. So it's like I can't even have AC if I wanted to. You dig? So it would just pretty much be wasting energy, right? So just imagine. So I'll be having to calculate my days, especially in the spring. Like the summertime is hot, but remember that springtime around May, April. Oh my God, bro! I couldn't even stay in the house. I had to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So I would spend a lot of my days just kind of moving around during the day. But at nighttime was always groovy. But yeah, man, Cambodia is a hot place, man. It's really chill. It's chill. It's low key. But it's definitely the hottest place I ever lived.
You're gonna be sweating. You're gonna be sweating. Like you're gonna be sweating for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's probably where some of the pounds went. You feel me?
Yeah.
Real life sauna over here, but you get used to it. The people, again, it's worth it. Now, with that said, what are some benefits of living in Cambodia?
Man.
So, like, you know, a lot of, you know, people, they want to come here and be expats and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, what are some things that would benefit them? You know, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think honestly, I said, you know, because most people are looking for the ideas of the cost of living. The cost of living is very reasonable, extremely reasonable. I believe it's more reasonable than Thailand, Vietnam, and pretty much every Southeast country that I've lived in. This has been the most reasonable cost of living. Therefore, so I feel like that's a great perk.
But you got to be careful because, like, it's cheap, but it gets expensive real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You start dating and stuff like that. Ooh, that money going, boom. You know what I'm saying? She got to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got to eat.
Yeah, she gonna have to eat. Other people got to eat too. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People go eat. So it's like that lead me to, you know, I feel like that's something that you know we'll talk about that later when it comes to the dating world. But
back to the benefits of living in Cambodia.
Yeah, I would
dating
say,
is one of the benefits, but that's another. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a benefit for you. I haven't really been dating much. You know what I'm saying? I've been dating myself. But
hey, dating the grind. You feel me? Grinding in Cambodia. You feel
I've
me?
been dating my grind.
Yo, I've been dating my grind too, but like I got a few side pieces. You feel me? Like,
man, lucky you.
Hey, yeah.
Lucky you. So for me, benefits. I would definitely say that the opportunity to like, it's flexible. You know what I'm saying? The time here is flexible.
You know what I want to say, man? Not to cut you off. The nuclear family, bro. That is powerful. The nuclear family is still a thing in Cambodia and in Asia in general. That's what keeps a lot of communities like safer. There's a lot more respect between peoples and stuff like that. And we got a bit of that back home, but that's not really pushing the mainstream. But like, you know, mainstream Cambodian culture is a nuclear family. The mother, the father, the son, the daughter, the dog, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? On some real wholesome stuff. You know, people going to school if they got the money to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, respect is really big here. And just the father being at home makes a huge difference in the community. And so I hope some of the things that we enjoy and take for granted in Cambodia with the, you know, safety and stuff like that, I hope that can come back home as well. You feel me? Because I grew up in some rough stuff. You feel me? So
Yeah.
the nuclear family makes a huge difference. So that's one of the major benefits. Like, that's why, it's one of the main reasons why a lot of expats come here and they like it.
Yeah.
They can walk around. You got a lot of older people. They don't have to like watch their phones and stuff like that. Ain't nobody gonna try and take it or nothing like that. You know.
Yeah.
You can leave your door unlocked. Ain't nobody gonna go in your stuff. You feel me? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like that's key, man. This is definitely the safest place I've lived. You know, I believe I lived in when I lived in Vietnam. Vietnam was quite safe. I never had any real issues like that. But Cambodia is definitely a very safe place to live. So if you're an expat, you're just looking for a very chill place to live where you're not worried about being scammed or you know what I mean. Yeah, this is a good place for that, man.
Yeah.
You don't hear about crime. I haven't heard about much crime going on here.
Right. It exists. I be out here all times of the night. It exists, but
yeah.
it's on some different stuff, man. It ain't,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it ain't like back home.
And this is one of those places. I think we can talk about this once again later on too. But
It can get like back home. So
Yeah.
so be respectful.
Don't
You know what I'm
start-
saying? Hey, these people are nice, but they ain't pushovers. You feel me? They be out here.
Don't start no shit. It won't be none.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you got to tread lightly out here. You have to be respectful because that goes. We have a question later on that's going to cover that. But you know, the benefits itself is flexible visa.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, very, very stable. You ain't got to do like border runs every 3 months and stuff like that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Yeah, for
And,
sure.
Definitely. If you're looking to start a business, it's flexible to start a business as well. My guy here, I'm pretty much, I have my business as well, but he opened it. He got a spot. 8-time wings, baby.
Yo, this spot started with Google searches and YouTube videos. So if you got access to like a phone, you know what I'm saying? You got the internet on that. You ain't got no excuse, you feel me? You can get money, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta plan it, conceptualize it, put it together. You gotta practice and stuff like that. Because my wings are good, but like when I first started this, my wings weren't really that. I had to figure out how to do it, you feel me? So, for sure.
Yeah, man. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you're a nomad and you already do work online, this is perfect.
Great place for digital nomads, man.
Yeah.
If you get that digital nomad back home money, it'll go so far here. Bro, they got these apartment complexes with working spaces for digital nomads. That's a lot of the money here in Siem Reap.
Yeah.
Besides tourism, the digital nomad.
Yeah, and you can get your apartment for what, 300, 320?
Bruh,
200.
350. You can be living real nice. That's a 2-bedroom, one bath, 1.5 bath, maybe 2 baths. You know what I'm saying? I dibble and dabble in a little bit of real estate in town. You know what I'm saying? Like I done showed some people around to some spots and stuff like that. Still trying to close my first deal. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yes,
That's
for
what's
sure.
up.
Hey, I want to add something else, man. Like improved relationship with nature. You know what I'm saying? Like improved relationship with nature. Like, hey, I got to get these wings right.
I heard of
quick.
wings. I'm gonna hold it down. Hey, that's a perfect segue for me, man. I appreciate that because the nature aspects of things here is absolutely phenomenal. For me, I'm one of those people who I love nature. I believe that nature is everything. For me, I feel the closest to God when I'm in nature, when I spend time by the water. And this place is filled with so many different avenues in terms of being able to spend time in nature. You can go into the most gutter sides of nature, or you can go to the botanical gardens where it's a lot more groomed. It's a lot more, let's just say, expat friendly. It's beautiful. I go there as well. I actually live in nature. I live in I live in the village. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I live in the village area, and it's natural. You know what I'm saying? I'm always by the water, spending time. Hold on, we go. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for
say
shopping
what's
with
up,
us
say
at
what's
8-Town
up.
Wings, man.
Say what's up. Yeah.
Oh. Have a
Boy,
good night, man.
he
Thank
got
you.
his wings. He about to fly.
Yeah.
Feel me? So yeah, the nature aspect here is amazing, man. There's like so many trails. If you one of those people who like to hike, I really can't speak for like mountain hiking out here because everything's pretty much flat. But if you like trails and stuff like that, man, the nature scene is cracking. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely a great place to get out here and get close to the forest and get some of that greenery in. You feel me?
Siem Reap is wonderful for bike riding. It's a lot of bike enthusiasts out here, male,
Yeah.
female, old, young, all of that. A lot of people running marathons and practicing for marathons. Like Siem Reap got at least like 3 different marathons a year. You know what I'm saying? If you like health and outdoors, man, like you can get all of that here. You feel me?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's crazy. I seen like some bike riders the other day, and it was deep. It was like 30 deep. Actually, where I live like like I said, I live in the village area, like where I'm pretty much with the locals, and that's my thing for me. Like whenever I live in like different countries, especially Southeast Asia, I tend to want to live with the locals. Learn the tradition, and learn some of the language, and that's a beautiful thing here too. Is like once you start to learn and pick up on different words, it just creates a different energy for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Definitely dealing with like places with like the restaurants. Even if you're trying, you know what I'm saying, it just changes the whole type of mood. Like, so I feel like if you really want to come out here and learn the language, the best way to learn is really just trial and error. They're going to correct you if you're wrong. I don't know the language, but I know certain words here and there. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope to actually try and dig, and it just gives them a lot more. It feels like you're respecting the culture, and they. Like I said, they do more for you when you're trying, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, take it from somebody that knows from experience, man. I read, write, and speak fluent Chinese, like Mandarin Chinese. I had a 6-figure job offer in DC. I turned that down for various reasons. When you try and learn a language and you're out there with the people, like, it opens up all kinds of doors. You know what I'm saying? It's like 2 different life experiences. Like somebody walking into a shop who can speak the language versus someone who has to use translate. It's a different ballpark. You feel me? And one effective way is like, don't try to like learn the characters here in for Khmer in Cambodia, because that can be very complicated. There are foreigners learning that, but like it's better if you have like a notepad and a pen, and then like you just have to say like, hey, how do you ask someone how much does this cost, or how old are you? You know what I'm saying? And then like you jot that down the way that you write in a way where you can remember the correct pronunciation. And then you just practice that, and then over time you'll be able to like say a few things and stuff like that. So like I can order food without needing English and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I still got a long way to go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was breaking some things down earlier today. I was talking to some girl. I told her I was hungry. Clean.
Clean.
Yeah, and they lose their mind. Oh yeah. I'm hungry. That means I'm hungry.
Clean out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but hey, so like why kind of like I want to get across is like why you, the audience, might want to live in Cambodia. Like we can give you guys some reasons as to why living in Cambodia might be good for you.
All right. Hey, it all depends on where you come from, but I would say 100%, just to be for me personally, I can speak from my experience. If you're into like self-development, if you're into like really wanting to heal yourself, emotional trauma, and really want to be able to sit with yourself and spend time in nature once again, and get to the nitty-gritty of your healing process and your healing journey, I believe this is one of the best places, because once again, you don't have to worry so much about the cost for overhead, rent, and different things of that matter. So you can actually spend a lot more time on healing your inner self, healing your inner man, healing your inner child. And for me, that's been the greatest perk for me, just spending time here. Just to be completely honest with you, I've been able to kind of like move around and see certain things and experience certain things, and what I've discovered for myself here, that's been my thing here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like being here has allowed me to do that and really do it at a high level and do it consistently. And I felt myself, I'm feeling myself grow in all aspects of my life. From business, my businesses are doing better. My health is doing better. Mm-hmm. It's because once again, I'm taking advantage of, I'm embracing my time here in Seeing Reap to be able to really just focus on the idea of growing myself and growing my business, expanding on my empire. So if you're one of those type of people who just like really want to be on that type of time and see where it takes you, I believe Seeing Reap is an amazing place for self-development. And
yeah,
I'm gonna let you roll with that one.
A lot of locals, a lot of Khmer people here, Khmer, Khmer. Okay, a lot of you guys will say Khmer, but it's Khmer. A lot of Khmer people like. In Seam Reap, they have a saying that Seam Reap heals, and I'm probably like living proof of that. Like between PTSD and a lot of other stuff that I've dealt with in the past few years, like when I first came here, you probably wouldn't want to talk to me. You probably wouldn't want to be my friend or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a much better person now, and I still have a long way to go, but I'm a much better person today than I was when I arrived, and that's because of Cambodia, because of Seam Reap. I really owe it to these people. That's why with this A-Town Wings, I want to expand it. I want to make it into like the next wing stop, because the wing industry here, the chicken wing industry here is like not that developed or whatever, but like back in the States or other countries, it's $1 billion business. It's $1 billion globally. So this can employ a lot of Cambodians. I see it as my way of giving back. And it can create an entire supply chain. You gotta, raise the chickens. You gotta like, just all of that, the logistics, getting it from point A to point B. You got to build the new restaurants and stuff like that. You got to hire people to sell, like just so many jobs. And that'll also help with infrastructure as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing, bro. And I feel like that's a perk as well. If you come here and you actually contribute, what do you contribute into the community?
You have to, because this place is so wonderful, man. Like,
yeah.
You can't help but give back. And, giving back, though, you got to be in a position to give back, because if you don't have anything for yourself, then how can you give? You feel me? So, in order to give back, you got to get yourself to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not all the way there yet, but I do have this business. I do have somewhat of a means, and I can leverage that, by doing deals with people and trying to find investors for this, and, yeah, so on and so forth,
Yeah, definitely.
So, how do you feel about Cambodia now that you've been here for a while? And how long have you been here?
I've been here for about 1.5 years, and
same for
me.
Yeah,
about 1.5 years.
Okay, a little longer, but yeah.
Yeah, man, I feel absolutely. I feel great about Cambodia. Like for me, I feel like this is the absolute perfect place for me at this present stage of my life. 41 years old, turned 41 in February.
I'm 39.
Yeah, and personally, you know, I've been doing a lot of research and studying over these years, and they say that most men don't come into their adulthood until they're like really 40.
Yeah.
You dig? So it's just kind of like I could see that now. You know,
women are smarter. You find that out later when you get a little bit older. But anyway.
I just wish they would use their intelligence a little bit better. But I feel you.
Hey, but nah, for real though. Yeah.
Nah, you right.
Yeah.
No, I love my women. Shout out to my ladies. Man.
Hey, nah, for real. Hey, shout out to my ladies. You feel me? All of them, Chinese, Korean, all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? My sisters for real though. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be anything without a black woman. Let's get that out there for real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the women. Thank you for the stuff that y'all put up with. You feel me? Appreciate it. Yeah.
So yeah, what was I about to say? No, I wanted to hit on the point. We talked about the idea of, so me being 41 years old, man, I feel like my first 40 years were just collecting data. You know what I'm saying? I collected a lot of data. So now I'm at a stage now where I'm just like, okay, it's like I call it a divine halftime break.
Yeah.
40 years old, it's like you get a chance to really just sit back, reflect on your first 40 years, what you did proper, the things that you can actually put down, the things you can heal from, the things you can grow from, and really make a decision on how you want to live moving forward. That's what happens when you turn 40. For most men, it's like, okay, let me sit back and really truly reflect and be honest with myself. So Cambodia is giving me the space to do that. So it's like that's kind of where I'm at with it. And I feel like my life is just beginning. I feel like I'm coming into my own. Like I said, my business is starting to bloom. More and more opportunities are coming. But more importantly, I began to heal myself so I can actually be on board to not only handle these opportunities with grace, but to actually be prepared for them.
And that's why we need peace. That's why Cambodia needs peace, straight up. Because like they done dealt with a lot of stuff already, you feel me? This young generation now, man, they ain't seen the stuff that their parents or grandparents done seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, all they know is like, you know, what they have, and what they have is beautiful. So we hope we can keep it that way and we can improve it, you know what I'm saying? So we don't need war, we need peace, you feel me? We need stability, you know what I'm saying? So that, because Cambodia has like the perfect demographics, man. Like, another 20 or so years of just peace, man. These guys are going to be on a whole nother level. They're already, even today, like way better than even a few years ago. Like a lot of this town didn't have paved roads like 5 years ago. Probably even more recently, you know what I'm saying? It's a much bigger town now, and it's new businesses sprouting up everywhere, whether it's foreigners or Khmer people opening businesses. This place is expanding, you know, and they're starting to like finally recover since like COVID hit them pretty hard, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, we need peace, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man, peace is everything.
Yeah.
Peace is definitely everything. This is definitely a great place for peace, for sure.
So I'm still loving it here. I'm thankful for every minute, every day I wake up. I'm thankful to be here and to be alive, you feel me? Because I could have been gone so many times, you know? So yeah, to be alive is a blessing, man.
That's real.
What you got, bro?
Nah, that's cool, man. So we can move on to the next question.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. So, hey, what are some things to look out for or to not do while in Cambodia?
I would say be disrespectful. Man.
Hey, even back home. Even back home, you don't want to be disrespectful.
Definitely don't want to be disrespectful.
If you like living, you know what I'm saying, where I'm from, you better be respectful. You feel me? You know
I wrote some things out of my notes, but I think for the main thing, for me, bro, I think it's really just make sure you stand respectful to the people here. Like, especially like the indigenous people, because it's like, you know, they are some of the greatest people here because they are the ones who actually they grow the vegetables. And that's where you get your chicken, that's where you get everything from. So it's like you should treat those people good, man. I feel like more importantly is just always making sure you're taking care of the locals. Like you spoke about earlier about resources and everything. If you can go out and do some charitable work, like I do, what you may call volunteer over at the basketball place. There's a little basketball community there. You know, I go over there and work with the youngsters with basketball. Didn't really get a chance to go into our background, but I played ball professionally, and so you know I've allowed myself to leverage my basketball in different countries. So here I kind of actually lend a helping hand to the youngsters out here. So
yeah, I wanna hop in real quick. Like giving back is really important when you can afford to. Like when I have extra wings or extra fries or extra pizza, like the youth know they can come by here. And you know what I'm saying, I'll hook them up, you know what I'm saying? When I ain't got it, then I ain't got it. But like if I got a little bit of extra, I could afford to give it away for free. Or like if I keep the chicken for one extra day, it's gonna go bad. So like I give it still good quality, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give them like garbage, but You know what I'm saying? Like when I have extra, I give extra. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, there's many different ways to give back. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, even he just had a customer here, right? From a young kid, 15
Yeah,
years
15
old.
years old, man.
Yeah, and he looked out for him. You know what I'm saying? He made sure he gave him a nice little deal. You know what I'm saying? The Kamai deal.
Yeah.
And that's commendable. And those are the things that you should keep in mind if you're running any type of business out here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Buddy saved $3.50 on my chicken. He paid $3.50 less. You feel me? That's a big deal.
That's a big deal, especially
Yeah.
when you need supplies, when you need ranch,
Yeah.
when you need buffalo sauce, when you need seasoning, baby.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? You
one
need-
bottle, $6, man.
That's what I'm saying. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to John.
Yeah.
Because that's beautiful stuff. So,
Yeah.
but that's why my man's is blessed. That's why he's fortunate. That's why he can be in a location where he can actually, his business can thrive and grow.
Hey, yo, I gotta say this, yo. Look, check this out. By the time I opened up this shop, I had quite a bit of respect in the community. You feel me? Like I meshed with the people, I mingled with the people from day one, and that's just always been my nature. Even in China, you know what I'm saying? That's how my Chinese got so good. I studied hard in class, but I was out there every day with the people. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter if they were rich, poor, tall, short, skinny, fat. I didn't care about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They could have polka dots on their face. I still would have messed with them. You feel me? Like still would have talked to them, hung with them, all that. So like by the time I was willing to open up this shop, or willing and able, I had a good reputation, and so like my first 2 months here were actually free. You know what I'm saying? And my rent is pretty low compared to other spots in town. You know, it's a small spot, but you know, it's cool and it works. You feel me? So yeah, respect is key. You know what I'm saying? And respecting the local people because this is their country. Respecting the community because they let you into it, and you know it's nice and it's safe and stuff. And keeping that balance. You know what I'm saying? Respecting relationships, marriages, all of that. You know, that's a big deal, and it'll take you far.
Absolutely, man. And those are life lessons all over. You know, just
Yes.
like how much. I mean, I'll flip the question real quick. How much do you feel like your time in China prepared you to be able to thrive here in Cambodia?
Oh, I never looked at it like that. Like, how much? Like, yeah, pretty much everything, man. Because that is a good. Because I've lived in China, I've lived in Korea, I'm living in Cambodia now. So it's just like, you know, I'm kind of used to this. You know. Yeah. That's the best way I can say it. Like, I'm used to this, like showing up and adapting and stuff. But the only difference now is I'm a little bit older. So like I have to focus on getting this money because you know my mom ain't getting no younger. I got family members I care about. I ain't got no kids, but I got family I care about. Like where I'm from, family is very, very important. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have as much time to like be out here and like try and like learn the language as much as I would like to. But now I'm starting to get a little bit more stable with the business, and so I can afford to put a little bit more effort into it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's probably the only difference because when I was younger, I had all the time in the world to like meet people and learn.
Right. Yeah, I believe a lot of the countries. I lived in China for a bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Vietnam. I lived in Vietnam for almost 5 years. I spent most of my time in Southeast Asia and Vietnam. Then I did Malaysia for almost a year. Then I did Thailand for maybe 2.5 months, and then here.
Hey, real quick, man. What are some common misconceptions about Cambodia?
You know what's crazy? When I read about certain things, I never really read any misconceptions. One thing I will say is that the people here are extremely kind. I call them the golden people, but don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. So if I had to say a misconception, is the idea that these people won't turn up on you if you don't, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Asia. By the time they turn up on you, you done messed up, and it's pretty much over, because it takes a lot for them to get to that point. You had to have done something like really, really messed up. So, you know, watch your behavior here. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta, you know, take my own advice as well. You feel me? But just wanted to put that out there. You know, another misconception is that like it's a poor country, and what does it mean to be poor? Because you got people back home in the States. I make 6 figures a year, but I'm stuck in traffic and I hate my life. But these people out here dancing and chilling and stuff, and they happier than you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, and a lot of that is because their food ain't poisoned.
Yeah.
The air ain't poisoned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not stuck in a car for 3 hours.
They not
one-way traffic.
Traffic.
Yeah.
Man, I'm knock on wood. Traffic here is absolutely non-existent. Non-existent.
Except for they do have a rush hour, like a morning and evening rush hour. So look, man, if you out like at the bar all the way to the wee hours in the morning, you might not want to be on the road at like 6, 7 when it starts to get bright, because it's NASCAR out here. You know what I'm saying? But on motorcycles, you know.
Yeah.
Little kids, man, like little kids, you know, like yay high. riding these big old bikes going to school and stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, and they going fast, so you better not be on the roads at that time.
Yeah. And that's another thing. If you don't know anything about Southeast Asia, man, we ride motorbikes out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it is. My bike out there cooling. But yeah, I feel like I think that's a really good jump start for the show, man. So the reasons why I'm gonna let him speak as well, but the reason why we wanted to come up with the show and really start to really just shed light on our experience here in Cambodia, and really just show, because you hear a lot of guys talking about Thailand, you hear a lot of guys talking about Korea, Japan, China, all of these different. I mean, even South America.
What about Cambodia, man?
Ain't nobody talking about Cam.
Yeah, y'all missing out, man. You know what I'm saying? But actually, we don't want the wrong people coming here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you got something about yourself, you're trying to build something positive, welcome to Cambodia. If you want some weird stuff, man, stay far away from here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And I'm gonna just leave it at that. You feel me?
Yeah. I would say the same thing, and ultimately, continue to shed light on some of the things that we're doing and how we can actually help grow the community, and and just continue to just build and see how far we can take the show, because we believe that with our expertise just being in Southeast Asia and then now being in Cambodia, we can all grow together. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this can be a fun ordeal, and you can watch his stuff grow. You get a chance to learn a little bit more about myself and what I'm doing here, and we can really build on our backgrounds, and once again, man, we your go-to guys, and if you want to come to Cambodia, man, because we got to it once we got here. I tell you that much. Yeah,
another misconception about Cambodia is that the people need your money. Nah, I think they would rather have some respect. You feel me? So respect is very important. Yeah, they need money. We need money. We all need money, but it's not like you think. You know what I'm saying? These ain't some peasants. You feel me? These are human beings. Worthy of respect. You feel me? So don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I would say that too, bro. It's like people would think this is like a third world country, and I feel like that word get thrown around. And when you think about third world country, you thinking you go there, there's bombs and people walking around with those. They do walk around barefoot.
Smallpox and shit.
Nah, man, it ain't like that, bro. It's pretty developed for the most part. You know what I mean?
For 3 cents a day.
Yeah, for 3 cents a day. You know what I'm saying? Flies on their faces. Like, it ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, man. Some of these folks got more money than you. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't using them credit cards. Like they got some of these folks got money for real. You feel me?
And the cool thing about it ain't no lack. Everything that you can have, everything is here, bro. Remember, this is Southeast. This is Asia. Everything is made in Asia. So it ain't no, I can't find this. Trust me, you can find it out here. Everything is out here.
And the thing is, you're free to do whatever you want. So when you come here, you might want to have a moral compass. You feel me? It's really easy to be led astray out here, because unless you really harm others, like, people will leave you alone. But when you mess up, you will be held accountable. You feel me? So you got to have a moral compass here, because you're free to do almost like whatever. But we've seen people come here with money and now they're actually homeless. There's actually a few homeless foreigners out here.
Wow.
Even in here with the lower cost of living. So it's really about your mindset and your decision making skills and your self discipline. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
freedom comes with responsibility. That's a fact. So it's like, and those are the things you develop. Like if you come from a country like, let's just say a Western country, and you come here for the first time, you're a young person, you probably go wild out.
Oh yeah.
You go wild out. You're like, I can do what until when?
Yeah.
I can get what and where?
Yo, I got some young friends, man. Like they travel to Cambodia and they come to the shop and they buy chicken. They start talking to me and I be telling them what to do and what not to do in this country and in this town, and they be saying like, yo, I heard you can. I'm like, yo, you might want to chill on that. You feel me? So.
Yeah. It's something you learn over time, man.
Yeah.
But once again, that's something that you have to discover for yourself, develop, and grow into. Because I'll be the last one to tell you that don't, because I've had my times in Southeast Asia.
We all have.
Fortunately, I've been able to still be here in one piece. You know what I'm saying? I still got my everything, my teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm walking. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. But it's very important that you like he said, man, really. Have some sort of moral compass, because this is not the place to come out here and just be completely mindless. Have fun, but if you get completely mindless, you might show up spineless.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's plenty of ways to go back home. You feel me? You ain't got to get on a plane and fly and be in good health. You can go back in a body bag. That's up to you.
Damn.
That's up to you.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
But I think we covered a lot for today, man.
Pretty much. I think we pretty much hit all of our topics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys got something useful from this, because that's what this is all about. It's not about us like, oh, look at us, we're in Cambodia. It's about you guys gaining something useful. And, you know, if you got some talents and stuff like that, some stuff that you can teach the young generation here, you know, to further Cambodia's economy, you know what I'm saying? Come on over, you feel me? And if you just want to be on vacation and have a good time, come on over as well and be safe and reach out to the expat community. We'll look out for you, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's pretty much it for now, man. Welcome.
Welcome,
Grinding
man.
in Cambodia.
Yes, sir. Grinding in Cambodia, man. It's Moe Egger.
L. A-Town Wings or John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we gonna get that
I'm
down.
slow. Yeah.
It's all good. Hey, man, y'all be easy, man. Be easy. 100.
Peace.
Yep. Yes, sir.